What's up, guys? Welcome to a video. It's my Vaal Stormcaller video. Super fun character, great league starter, magic find viable. I've got a legacy showcase while I'm using some multi-modded quant gear. Pretty good Venter's Gamble with some quant on it, and a majority of my quant comes from my legacy Divination Distillate flask. So if you see here, my quant before I pop it is 49, but then when I pop it, it goes to 99. So I get 50. What, am I doing that wrong? Okay, so 49 quant. Oh, 85 quant. I gotta change that. Gotta change that 1 second here. Caller info. 85 quant. There. That should have changed. Okay. So you might ask how I get so much from it. 85 quant minus 49. It's like 30 or something like that. It's that I have Flask Effect and I have a double legacy Divination. Pretty cool. Pretty cool item for sure. I think it was like 75x when I first got it. I think I bought it for 75x in standard because it's a version 1 Path of Exile version 1 item, double legacy. But there's a single legacy one that's 4% max all res and like 18 quant or something like that. And I think that's pretty cheap. I think those are like 50C or something. I think I got mine for like 50C. So there's a budget version of this item is the point. How normally this is not strong because you have to it's a life flask, so usually it runs out, or if you're like out of mana, like look at this, see, it goes and then it stops, right? As soon as you're full mana or full life it stops. But the Soul Catcher prevents you from gaining mana, so you can cheese it the whole time. You can also cheese yourself when you're in a map. Normally if you stop yourself from gaining mana. Oh man, I gotta make this trade. He wants 30 layers? Fuck yeah. Why? What are you farming? What are you farming? Heck yeah. Making money, baby. You are my hero. I'm low on currency. I just made 2 brand new characters. 1x. I don't even fucking care. Take it, dude. We're good. Take it. Alright. Good deal. So normally, if you have a Soul Catcher, if you don't have a Soul Catcher, you can't gain mana, right? So now if I wanted to ball lightning, like if I get one of those increased cast mods where I have to cast Vaal Stormcall 8 times every time I click it and I lose all my stacks, then I couldn't use any of my spells because I don't have any Vaal Stormcall stacks. I don't have any mana. So the way that you get around that is the Lagain V's Spirit. Lagain V's Spirit, it gives you your skills cost no mana during Flask Effect, so 100% uptime on flasks, and you have infinite mana, so you can continually cast. Very cool. So let's see it in action real quick. Alright, so we want... Maybe this one's good. Ellie, no. So this is a pretty good test one. So when you cartographer yourself, you start low and then you go high, so you try to block the ones, and then you go back. First 10 monsters. Okay, so that's not a bad one. I don't know if I'll combo it. I'll come back to it. Bodyguard, Slipstream. I'll come back to it. That's situational. Reflect is fine. Areas contain corrupted. 20% chance to be corrupted. That's pretty fun. So I didn't land this one. Physical is no. I don't know what Gloom Shrine is. Ironheart Beasts? Fuck yeah. I'll take some beasts. We didn't land this one. Area contains extra strong box. So we can't do this one. We can't do heal because our recovery is instant, so our flasks don't work. Sure. So those were some pretty crappy cartographers. So this is just a standard Elder channel. So we activate full mana, and then we get our first Vaal skill, and we go to town. All that stuff. Nothing good. Oop, lost my stacks. Doesn't look like anything else is coming out of it. So one cool part of this guy is the ring that I'm using, and I'll show you that in a second, but it basically gives me infinite sustain. It's very cool. As far as life, not like maps or anything. But look how long my flasks last, right? That's pretty insane. No, don't kill me. And just if you're wondering, you don't need headhunters for this build. This is just a build that is empowered by headhunters. I ran this as a league starter in the flashback event this year. And it was strong at all the way up till tier 15, tier 16. Felt very strong. I just didn't. It isn't really a bossing build. You can do bosses in it with ball lightning. So that was a pretty standard map. It looks like I got everything I needed. And so let's go over how the build works now. This item's not really needed. This is a legacy Bloodstained with the socketed spells deal 20% more damage for the pseudo 0.6 link. But it also has non-chaos as extra. And it's in the amount of 33% because it's a legacy multi-modded craft. Very cool. This one is a legacy base that I had to run labs for over and over and over again. It removed the multi. I spammed it to remove the multi-mod, and then I've got 20 quant on it with a lot of life. A good evasion. This is a Legacy Queen of the Forests with 3k evasion. Very cool. This one, to get my life leech going, I have a corrupted Solstice Vigil. This one is a really high rolled Venture's Gamble. Really nice with 9 quant on it. This is what gives me my curse on hit and life. It's actually a really cool spell. It gives me a bunch of life gain because I hit so many times with my Vaal Stormcall. It ends up being a lot of life, and then when I'm delving, I can spam Ball Lightning, and each Ball Lightning hits, I think it's 7 times a second, 7+ times a second. So I get piles of these going through the delve, and it just feels really strong because my life is always just full, combined with the 20% leech. You're like, oh, but you've got really low health. Yeah, I do, but I've also got really stacked max res with the legacy divination Distalis. 84 max res, so very cool there. What else? So these are not needed. This is just personal preference. I wanted to go for, you know, more AoE and stuff like that. You could easily use something like this, Shadows and Dust. It gives you Rampage basically. Yeah, very good gloves, very good options there. You can do this one in League, obviously. In League, a good way to start this is to just do multi-modded Assassin Mark Ring, and then just get like a 15 life gained on hit for your spells in your other ring. Headhunter's not needed. You could use Magic Find Belt here, very cool. Yeah, just really good boots too. These boots are probably worth a lot. Not that much. 20x. Let's look at the tree. I go down here to get 10% movement speed because I'm all about movement speed stacking. I get the movement speed over here, a little bit of flash duration for quality of life, and since I use Zealotry and Grace, I figured critical strikes penetrate is fine, but I basically was looking for like a double hit on the Grace for the movement speed, so I was prioritizing movement speed, because you could probably go Wrath here pretty easily. But since this version has so much chaos damage, this is arguably better. It's probably not, but it's arguably the same as like a Wrath mod, like for pen. You do need some pen too, I think, just to comfortably deal with some of the resist mobs that happen to pop up every now and then in stacked maps. If you're going a League starter and you want to go like a budget MF version with like all just garbage gear, and you just want to magic find, all you need is the reduced soul cost of duration of Vaal skills, the Helm enchant, which generally is like 100C. You could probably even get away with doing the Helm enchant, like the 20% Helm enchant, and yeah, then you need the Soul Catcher, and if you're going the League starter, you'd want this version with the, like, you get like 70 plus just all resistances. Very cool. Pick up some mana reservation. And interesting, since I do so much chaos damage and I prioritize movement speed, I figured I needed this node. And these nodes are fine for my character. But it allowed me to skip these nodes. So basically I substituted 1, 2, 3 life, crit strike chance, which is worthless, crit strike chance, and damage, which isn't that great, for the movement speed, which I'm prioritizing. And then I needed life and all res and just a good alternate path, I guess. 1, 2, 3 versus 1, 2, 3. Intuitive Leap, I've got Corrupted Blood on this one to get all my charges. Since I'm magic finding, I'm killing constantly, so I'm always at max of this. 6 life, just good. Go over here to grab your multi-wheel. This is a good inspired learning spot because you kind of need all 4, or at least 3 of these. Like this one's just extra because we're using a staff. But you get, you need this, you need that, and you want that. So it's a great inspired learning node to just steal additional stuff. Alternatively, you could get like a timeless jewel that affects this, and you know, maybe even that, and maybe even this, and you could alter your tree around that. Kind of cool. I don't know if they'll have timeless jewels in the next league. I doubt it. Additional curse up here. What's my other curse? Oh yeah, blasphemy, or blasphemy temp change. So I get 2 curses: curse on hit, assassin's mark, and temp chains. Very cool. And then you get the overpowered staff nodes right here. The main reason that you go staves is, number one, it's you only need 1 of the bloodstained fossils here, and these 2 nodes are ridiculously strong. Grab your multi wheel here. You grab your reservation wheel so you can reserve all the auras you want, which is Herald of Ice to help with your clear, Zealotry because Zealotry is strong. It's a fine, strong option for spell damage. Grace for that evasion, and the free temp chains. So basically, it's 3 you get for having all of these nodes. Very good. Then you walk down here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alternatively, it's just the fastest way to get down here to your other area of effect node. Your area of effect node is very, very good. I'd consider dropping this. Nope, that's area of effect. Never mind. So area of effect gives you additional radius to your Vaal Stormcall. So let's look at path of building quick for this. So it's not going to show you the AoE here, unfortunately, but it will show you it in your calculations. Vaal Stormcall. Maybe it won't. I don't know. It shows you it here. Okay. I don't know how it works. I just know that I off-screen people with my AoE, and so I prioritize getting it everywhere. As you can tell, I get area of effect here. I get area of... What happened to this helmet? Oh, I recrafted my old Quant one for tornado shots. Never mind. Yeah, let's keep going with the tree. Get my onslaught here. I figured life is the best thing to grab, and then evasion while moving, because I'm not using an evasion flask to cheese my Queen of the Forest. I'm just using evasion on tree, which is this wheel. And I think that's it. I don't have much more evasion, so I get it here. But the movement speed bonus that I get... Where are you? Defenses? Oh, I can't find it, dude. This is annoying. It's really early over here. Sorry. Movement speed modifier 94%. Pop my movement speed flask, and it goes to 233. I take off my Queen of the Forest, 94. I go to 66. So I really only get 32 movement speed for my chest. And that can go up to 50%. So did I really want 15% movement speed to take one of these flasks away? Heck no. So that's why that is. That's a variation from a standard version of this build. So let's see a delve quick. I'm sure you guys are curious. Some characters are great at magic finding, but they're not good at other things. This person is a magic find beast. I never, even at tier 15 maps, I didn't have a problem in Betrayal, or in the flashback event when a Betrayal thing would spawn. So let's look at a delve. And so I can show. Oh, I can quick tell you about the links. Cold damage support. I don't know. Fine. I just needed a green because I didn't overwrite the thing. But it's fine. Added cold damage is fine. It helps you proc your Herald device. Ooh. Added lightning damage. Great. You do a lot of lightning damage, so it makes sense. Storm Call. Mine is 21 Vaal. It's not 20 quality, but those are a little more expensive. Increased crits, less duration. This is required if you want to be a Vaal Stormcaller. Controlled destruction, and then I have a second 6 link for my Ball Lightning, which helps me delve and gain a lot of life. Spell Echo, Unleash. I use both because I want to get all of the spells out. Yeah, more spells, more life gain. There's my Blasphemy Temp Chains. Yeah. Cast when damage taken, Ball Lightning. So that just lets me get more life back on hit. Wave of Conviction reduces their lightning resistances, and then Immortal Call just gives me a little bit of a buff. Since I have endurance charges, generally whenever this procs, I get a lot of damage reduction. Steel Skin would be a fine alternative to it. Alright, let's check this out. Just a quick fancy delve. Ooh, Haunted Remains, that looks fun. I want to do a three stem, just so you can see that I can do a 3 stem. Maybe I do a 2 then a 3. So generally these are the hardest for this character to do, because the little minions for some reason don't grant experience, so they don't grant Vaal souls. I think I'm gonna turn the sound down a bit here. So because you're using temp chains, generally you're super safe in these delves. Like, look at, they still get temp chains even though I can't damage them. So you see I'm being really careful with when I'm popping my Vaal Stormcaller or not. And I'm always moving. That's to avoid the chaos pools that these minions make randomly, it seems. And then as soon as the bosses spawn is when I'll pop my thing. And then I can just walk into the darkness, since I'm relatively safe in the darkness whenever I feel like I'm getting boned. Collect the gear. Okay, now we're gonna go do a 3 stack. Well, let's see if my Ball Lightning should be power. Yeah, level 19, good. So we're gonna go do a 3 stem. I hope I don't die because I'm at 25% experience, which is a lot on level 97. So let's see if I can get off the beaten path a little bit to show you guys. No, I'm not gonna be able to get into the darkness. But because of temp chains, you're gonna feel so safe doing these the delves and these off rooms. It's super cool. Yeah, just get your balls out. I actually don't know if I can do the boss, so it's been a while since I've played this character, honestly. It's such a fun character, but I've played it so much, I guess. Oof. 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 They are scary, though. Alright, so now that the boss is here, I pop a few of my Vaal Storm Calls, and he's instantly phased. Oh, no, get off me. And then I'm just gonna try to cut out his minions. I've got 5 stacks again. Saving my... I don't need to save my flasks. It's just you wait for them, basically. And Poppy's gone. So, yeah, 3.7k health. Definitely viable to do, what is it? Depth 374, I guess. Which is pretty deep. You can do a depth 374 with relative ease and safety, like I did it with full walls. 25% experience on a level 97 character. Let's see if, yeah, it's the deepest I am currently. So that gives you a little bit of an idea of how much delving, or how deep you can actually go. Ooh, this is a nice little area. A bunch of serrated fossils over in this blue area. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think there's anything else I could even go over. Maybe if I found a betrayal. Yeah, there's no betrayals on the map I could do, but betrayal encounters are great. Doesn't really do... It does magic find obviously at tier 16, but doesn't do the bosses very well. I have killed a guardian or two with just 5 stacks of this, but it not reliably. I have also died in getting one-shotted to guardians, so we could do another channels map, I guess. Maybe I'll think of something else I can... Some other tips I can give. That's pretty good. T1 cold, T1 life. Maybe someone will want that. Multi-modded or something. Yeah, I think I covered everything though. So yeah, just enjoy the magic find. It's a sweet character, super fun, would recommend. Like I said, great viability in league starting. And just, it lights everything up. Honestly, if I took all my gear off and I just had my staff, like, I don't have that much damage scaling on this character. But look at all that AoE I got. I put this thing down over here, and it reaches all the way to there. Right there. So this is the AoE. It's like a screen-wide AoE. It's pretty ridiculous. Oh, to use your flasks, see how my flasks aren't being used? That's because I was at full mana, so I have to make sure I cast a spell, and then I can use all my flasks. Because mana flasks don't activate if you have full mana. That's something I was curious about at first. You can go faster too. There's obviously faster builds. Using Rampage, you'd probably go a lot quicker. It's just personal preference. This is plenty fast for anything that I want to do. You can go 3 inspired learnings. You can stack inspired learnings. Go very, very, very fast. But I like all the AoE that I get from this. Yay! Look at that red beast just get annihilated. Pop, pop. So clean. So fresh. Give me that alteration. I don't have enough. I'm only at 12k alterations. Alright, well that's the video, guys. Thanks for watching.
Peace.